seeing what's happening out there.
Hello? That's really loud. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to start a Facebook stream first, which is lame. Which means I'm going to stop. Hello, this is a test of the emergency cannon system. This stream is not sponsored by McDonald's, or Adobe, or Wacom, or anything else you may see. Let's start this up. Maybe. Come on. Joel, can you hear me in Facebook? I'm talking now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? do it right now. I was talking. Ugh. Can anybody hear me out there? Alright, let's kill the music, because that's really annoying. Le Facebook. Oh, the kids are going to come in. Oh no, the wife came in. The wife came in.
Loving wife.
Oh, amazing.
Look at you, mask producer. Cool.
What time were you supposed to be out of here? 6:30. Okay. IR. I know. I know.
I'll keep up your conversation. I'll listen.
Oh, it's fun. Well, there's no one talking to me right now.
Is there anyone listening to you?
Maybe. Maybe.
Is this number 3 for your pictures?
This is a redo of number 1. Because I have to actually color it and get it up. Because I have a black and white version, but it's actually kind of like hard to tell what it is when you look at it. So, yeah.
You got number 1 up, but now you're coloring it.
Yeah, and I'm going to put just a picture of it, and then I'll put some other stuff on it while I'm at it.
Cool.
Oh. Where is... See what the problem is? You see what the problem is? You don't? Oh, okay. The problem is that I can't see myself online right now. Where am I?
Why is that a problem?
Well, I can't tell if anyone can hear this or not. Which is...
So you're gonna get on your phone and listen to yourself?
Oh, I can totally hear. Rob, how's it going? How's Japan? Oh, I was probably one of the 2 people that was watching. That's funny. Alright, back to work.
You're gonna keep yourself watching so you'll have a viewer.
Aw, cruel. Oh, no. Cruel. I thought you were asleep.
I was.
Oh.
I think I'll go back.
You'll go back to sleep?
Oh, probably go clean the kitchen, actually.
Meh. Is there dinner provided at said event? So we get to,
I'm guessing ham?
Ham and party potatoes?
Yeah. And a roll and a salad.
And a roll and a salad.
Uh-huh.
I think that's fair. That's a fair assumption that there'll be a roll and a salad.
And ham and party potatoes.
And ham and party potatoes. That's totally...
Let's see if they shock us. I've been shocked very many times. Alright, well, I'll go back upstairs. You enjoy talking to...
No one's on.
yourself.
It's me talking to myself. For sure.
Oh. Hello, I'm the wife. No one?
Oh.
Oh, it's time delayed, huh?
Yeah, it's time delayed.
Oh, weird.
So yeah, there's just so much streaming going on that right now that between them using the internet out there and me using the internet in here, and
I don't remember this mask either.
you don't remember any of my stuff.
No, how come you've got all these masks that I've never seen? What happened to the ones that I have seen?
I don't know. They're probably there.
Huh. How is coloring in this thing? Is it awesome?
It's amazing.
Where has this been all my life?
Where has this been all my life?
I'm so glad. I'm so glad it's awesome.
Yeah, it's actually a ton of fun. Just, it's almost inspiring to do more just because it is like so much fun. You can do so much more with it than.
Okay. Cool.
With other things. So, yeah.
Is this supposed to be a girl or a boy, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, because it's male hands, but this part right here makes it look thin. I mean, I can tell that the shoulders go way out here. But I guess if you look at the shoulders, then I'm going male on that one. All right, see you later.
I love you. Have fun. She's gonna shut me in. I'm a shut in. Just painting away. Just having fun with this one. I'm kind of ignoring the lines on this one. This is I wonder if this is like super loud. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch on my own Facebook just to see, have someone watching. I'm the only watcher on my watching. I need to totally zoom in. Here, we'll zoom in for you guys. Don't say I never do anything for you. The sound effects are important. Just in case you guys didn't know, the sound effects are very important. It's drawing, you've got to... If you don't have those, you know, what do you have? Silence, that's what you've got. So I am just kind of playing with this. This is going to be an interesting one to color in general because the smoke is... See, I turned it down too soon. Get my button over here going so I can just change it on the fly. I'm gonna have to do a paint setup. Not that it actually works. So far, Photoshop doesn't like to follow my changes to the default settings. When I'm painting, I like to have the Alt button in a certain place and certain modifiers done the right way. I'm gonna start streaming in the mornings, I think. I'm gonna push this a little bit darker, and I can always bring the highlights back out, but I think if I start darker, and maybe I could have been more consistent, I don't know. Just gonna enjoy the wonder of coloring in Photoshop, having a Control Z, having infinite layers, you know, that undo. That's an important thing. There we go. I'm gonna push that smoke a little bit darker. We're just having fun today. Yell at me. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. You know what I should probably do is switch to a different tool. This has been So I'm going to switch to a soft round, but I'm going to up the hardness a little bit. And make it an opacity flow. Cool. This should work. Aha. That'll work better. The problem I'm having is I've got these lines down here that I'm getting out of the bounds, which is fine because it's smoke, but because I'm using lines, it's nice not to trespass those too much. And so you don't want a super hard brush, but you want a little bit of hardness. And then I can go back and forth, and depending on what see, that's a little darker than I want, but that's okay. We'll just push it back a little lighter. And this right here, see, just go back and forth. And get that brush size down a little bit so it'll actually fit in the hole. Happy little pancakes. Happy little smoke. All right, this border is really bothering me. So I'm gonna make it so it doesn't bother me anymore. Ooh, how am I gonna do that? Oh, let's do this. So I'm just gonna select all that. And then select inverse. And I probably messed up, but we'll see what happens. We're gonna go up here and do a color fill, solid color. Yeah, I totally messed up. Let's try that one more time. One more time. This time I'll go inside that line. Alright. Now if I remembered the secret password for that, that would have been better, but oh well. Solid color. Let's go really close to black. Yeah, let's push it to a nice warm black is what we'll do. That'll be good. For some reason it didn't get all the edges, which is funny. So oh well, that's not gonna bug me too much. Not gonna bother me too much. All right, go back to what I was supposed to be doing. For all of you in Twitch, hope all is well today. For all of you at YouTube, hope all is well today. We're gonna back that off a little bit. Fade that in. We're just using the colors that are already there. Actually, I need an eraser set up the right way. So I'm gonna do soft round pressure size with a little less. There we go. All right, now that I've got an eraser set up, I can just flip my pen over and do stuff with that. That'll be nice. Still a little bit big. Why there's so many songs about rainbows. And what's on the other side? See, there we go. And I'm wondering, since this is smoke, if we do need to thin it out on the edges a little bit more. And it's kind of interesting to color smoke that has a hard line on the edge. Because what do you do with that? Do you follow the rules? Do you keep it the way it is? Do you fade it out? Do you go grab a special brush that gives it a little more grain? Because smoke has that grain to it a lot. At least I think I want a grain on this smoke, so I might go do that. I mean, that's kind of a Photoshop trick, but I am using Photoshop, so that shouldn't be a problem. I'm blending this red and green to get this nice gray, black, brown thing. Kind of enjoying the color, so it's nice to push this a little bit further. You know what I should have done? Because I should have used a paint bucket to fill this first, and then gone back in and painted over the top of that. I'm enjoying that. I am enjoying the darkness of that smoke, so I'm gonna continue on with it down in here. I thought I was gonna try to keep it a little lighter, but I am digging it, so I'm just gonna keep pushing that back further and further toward the darkest part of this, because this is a thick demonic smoke. That's what this is. This isn't your Catholic incense smoke. This isn't your cigarette smoke. This is foul pits of death smoke. That's what this is. And then I'll just bring some of it back up to the light here in a little while. I'm just so enjoying the this gray that I made that I'm just going to put it all over, and then pull it back out when the time comes. See, I started to color it red, but now I'm like, oh no, you get to be black. And it's nice because I'm using a little bit of transparency, and so it's gonna that's really gonna pop up against that color back there. That's gonna be nice. Because I'm using a little bit of transparency, it's gonna get colored by whatever's behind it unless I go too thick with it, which I am going fairly thick with. Yeah, I'm really going to let this kind of be ruled by this dark, evil smoke. I think that's a big part of what's going on here anyway. Oh, see, it's lighting up back there. I'm going to have to push that darker. Which I'll do just by grabbing that green that blue-green that's down in the corner and working it back and forth. It's so smoky, it's so thick, it's almost not smoke anymore, it's something else. It's calling forth the demons. I'm not sure what's going on right now. This was really based off of the idea of plague. When I was drawing it originally. Dang it. See, you start one thing and then I'm having so much fun that I forgot to switch and transition. So there we go. There we go. Let's zoom in a little bit more. I'm on this huge screen now, so I'm back and forth on the screen. Just, I love it. I just have to learn how to use it. Because before I could be way zoomed out or zoomed in and I could still see everything because it was on a much smaller screen. But now I'm on this great big Cintiq and it's going to change how I work. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I think it's going to change how I work in a good way. You know, with that black border, it looks like one of those motivation posters. By the way, let's switch over. If you're just joining us, hey, how's it going? I'm streaming today. I'm doing a coloring page. Oh, I'm looking good here. I'm streaming today. I'm just doing a coloring page. It's the one that I made a while ago, and I'm just going to color it so I can pop it up online so people can see. People seem to like it a lot better when you actually see a colored version of the end. So this is something that looks like an end product. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to switch back over. This time I won't forget. That's hilarious that I sat there with that stream off for so long. One of these days, I'm going to do it right. Like all the way through. I'm going to do it right. Completely. Maybe I'll get a whole other computer just for streaming. Or get a big fancy computer that I can plug multiple screens into. All right, so let's go back in here and touch this up a little bit. It's interesting when you're coloring when you're drawing something in black and white. When I'm drawing something in black and white, I don't always connect all the dots on one of these things. I'm not always thinking it 100% through. And so now when I'm coloring it, I'm like, oh, I totally messed up there. And that's fine. See, like right there. What was that about? Yeah, I'm really starting to like how that red's popping out. This is gonna be fun. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm seeing how this is. Like I can push this back later because I think this is actually like local color would be black, but I'm gonna highlight this mask a little bit more because I need it to pop out. Like I need some visibility to it. And so I'm gonna go a little more red with it. And then, yeah, just get some more of this out. So that when I do go to local color, it's all the right luminosity, and then I can mess back in with this. So yeah, this is like just drawing some of this out and saying, okay, this is gonna separate from the background a little bit more. This is gonna turn a little bit more red, so I can actually bring this up a little bit, push it back a little bit. Again, bring it up a little bit more and start to say, okay, you know, what part is red? What part is darker? I like that gray I just created there, so I'm going to carry that through. I'm going to pull that red all the way down and give this a little bit more light here. And bust that back. So just making decisions about what's going to be warm and what's going to be cool. And that's really what's going on here. Like this is, I specifically designed this to be warm, cool, and to have these two things fight each other. I want them to fight each other on this picture. I want them to argue for who gets to be where on in the illustration, because they don't all get to play at the same time. You know, they gotta take their turns. And they gotta fight it out. You gotta decide who's gonna win. Because we all got the two wolves, right? We got the two wolves inside of us. And then this one, I'm gonna work a little bit on local color, but not a terrible lot. Local color being the color that it actually is. But we don't see it that way. We see it that way, but that's not what color it is. So in this case, the local color of this cloak is going to be black, but we're actually going to see it. Well, the actual color is like a green or a blue or something to that order. But our minds see it as a black. They interpret it as a black. And that's my job, is to see how far I can push you. Like, what color is it actually right now? You know, am I actually painting that gray? Is that what it really is? Or if I took this color somewhere else, if I put it against another color, what would that color be? I think this staff needs to be needs to stand out a little bit more. Maybe I'll color that behind it first and worry about the staff later. Just doing a general color right now, no specific, no detail. Slowly bringing this up. And the question you got to ask yourself now is, well, what color is this robe? What if it's a really dark blue? It's Friday night and everyone must be out on the town. That's why we do it digitally right there. So I can decide, no. See, now I'm going to separate the local color a little bit more. I'm going to get into start making decisions about what this is going to be. Because I want the influence of that green, but I don't necessarily want that green. And rather than get too much into the smoke, I think now's the time to make decisions about that robe. You know, because that robe's got to exist back behind that smoke. I'm getting dings. Make some decisions about the color of this hand too. Bring that up a little bit more. Whenever I hear The song of a cannon. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start singing now. Yeah, I'm starting to think that that green is a light source of some type over here. So it's going to influence how this looks. So it's going to make this pop up a little more over here. And then this gray is going to push it back. And so I'm going to pop a darker green in there, see what happens. And on this, maybe what we'll do is instead of a dark green shadow like that, we'll do a lighter shadow. So let's push that more brown, I think. I'm liking that green better. Maybe not so green though. There we go. That's what painting is and drawing is a lot of times, just to push back and forth, make decisions on dang it, what you think ought to happen. And then you find out you're wrong. And that's fine. You can be wrong. I'm further away from that light source over here now. I've got that green light source on this side over here. Hey Josh, how's it going? Just painting away here tonight. See, now I'm going to grab that middle color. So I'm painting, let's zoom in a little more. You get so used to drawing in one spot. So let's darken that up a little bit. And actually, let's pull this down even a little bit more. So there we go. And just back and forth, side to side. I'm going to go in and darken up this inside mouth a little bit more. And just because it needs it. Darken up this side of that a little bit more. Kind of get a feel for where the flow is coming from. Give this a little bit there. So getting an idea of how this is all formed. Sooner or later I'm going to have to solve the problem of what this is made of. What color it is. I'm trying to stay pretty pretty much with these two colors, and then if I do bring something else in, a different color in, then ooh, did you see that? If I do bring a different color in, then it's going to really pop nice if I do that. So trying to just stick with 2-3 colors, this complementary color scheme that I've got. Just have some fun with it. I don't know, I'll always remember what I was thinking when I made these things. So I'm digging what's happening right there. See that color right there? This is, I'm kind of digging the, how that pops. So I'm gonna go in and bring it back a little bit more. Whoa. Into this side of it. Yeah, see that side? And I can make that really strong right there. Let's see. Just grab it and go. I could make it really strong green. And on that side to contrast what's going on the other side. And dig in back there. Push this side of that back a little bit more at an angle. So this is going to make these two sides separate. And then get in here with that. I think it's time to start diving into the details of the coloring a little bit more. Maybe not. I'm still deciding what the general color scheme is gonna be on this cloak. Because if I push it too far to black or gray, you're not gonna see those lines. But if I don't, then it's green, which is actually fine. I'm liking it more and more. Maybe I'm making bad choices. I don't know. I don't know. Here, let's go in and make this more uniform. I feel like it's like I went too far and it's a big mess. And if I just flatten it out a little bit, I'll be better off. Oh yeah, see that green in there? That's nice. That's a nice green. That's a nice color. Yeah, that's better. and then I can go in and hit the highlights. Because I think this lighting is actually, if this were real life lighting, it's actually going to be fairly flat in those darks. You're not going to catch a lot of the detail. And so yeah, we're going to push that to brown. And then come back with it and fight it with some green. Oh yeah, see, that's going to start to go here in a second. That's going to be nice. We're going to get this green all sorted out, and then we get this red. Just fight it back and forth. I could switch. I think now is the time to switch, actually. What does my brush setting look like? Boop. Alright, yeah, let's get the hardness about 50%. And now I'm going to be able to go in and pick up a little more detail. Sneak some more green in. Like that. Just sneaking some more green in to this side of the mask. I'm going to let it invade and let it fight. And then let the red fight back a little more. And things will start to take shape. See, they're going to start to fight back and forth, and then this guy's going to want to be a little more out, and this guy's going to want to be a little more dropped back. And we're going to take that eye further, make it a little rounder. Start to give this guy some more character. I'm starting to see some areas where these two meet, these two colors meet, and I'm starting to think that either this robe is brown or charcoal. And it's really easy to go brown with the two colors we've picked. But I'm kind of leaning more toward charcoal so that we can get this nice in between. So the only place the color is really going to show, the only place the actual object color is going to show is on these in-between moments. These places where it's not green anymore and it's not red or orange or whatever color that is. We're going to get this nice, and we got to get some more definition. Just like, one of the things I enjoy about this one when I made it is that there's only one piece of it that brings humanity in. There's only one part of the picture that says this is human. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. Come back to it in a minute. Hmm. I'm back. Back again. Gonna try to get some more consistency over here for a minute. Should have just done a fill. Starting to like it. I think the skin color is too close to the color up here, and I think I'm gonna have to push that color back a little bit further because of the native color of this robe. I'm just gonna work through it. And then just touch the edge with it. Let's see if that's better. That's fine. Can fix that fairly quickly. So you just coming in and getting those details out, and that's going to probably work up nice. And I think this will be nice too, because maybe we'll get these feathers to pop out a little bit more. Originally they were going to be black, but I don't think a feather is going to act like that. think a feather's going to pick up a lot more of this ambient color. Even a black one. Maybe I'll come back in with a nice there we go. There we go. There's that middle color I've been talking about. And then I can push this side a little more red to show a shift, and then go around the edges with that. And get these nice deep greens in the middle. And let's push this back a little bit more. Grab that guy. Push that back a little bit more. It's kind of a struggle between the colors. Again, picking the object color versus the highlight color. Is it shiny? Is it matte? Is it, I mean, what material is it made out of? That's going to pick up light completely different. And then go back in here and flatten some of this out a little bit. See, that's more of a brown right now, but it's going to read as an orange, hopefully. And then, you know, I went too far with it, so bring it back up to orange. I think I'm going to leave that side mostly green. Now, skin color. So this is gray right here, and I may even push that a step darker to be more like that. So what happens in the middle here with skin color? And I think let's go grab a darkish skin color and see what happens. See, that's going to push it to that. That's the wrong color. But I think we can find it with that, right? So we can kind of search and watch it turn around there. I like that right there. So maybe if I push this more toward the black. Yeah, because this, oh, that's would be nice. So we'll push this more toward the dark here. Give it that black, and then this will pop that smoke out for us naturally. And then I can decide what color that smoke is going to be. Even though I'm leaving it green for right now. This is not smoke, this is part of that cloak. So see, it's going to pop that smoke out a little bit more. It's going to push that cloak back. And let's play a little bit more right here with this. This flat front here. So this object is going to turn in space. So now I'm going to fight between this green and this darker gray green. So I've got to decide, you know, what the transition is here. And then I'm going to take this green and go back here to delineate the sleeve. And then we've got whatever's going on in here, whatever that color is. I'm going to pull that color over here now. If anything, we might end up flattening this out again. Make it slowly turn in space. Don't give it too much detail. Yep. It's kind of funny. I've actually got a much heavier green down in that space there. Make it a little bigger. Flatten it out, and I can color that smoke in later. Yeah, I'm feeling better about that. Still looks like a motivation poster. Awesome. Might as well just go in here and color that too while I'm at it. Come out and bring the smoke out later. Feeling good, feeling good. And I totally got to decide what those are made out of. Cool beans. All right. I'm gonna go experiment for a second. And see what happens when I do that. It's really subtle, but pushing it more toward blue. And then this green on this side. All right. Start to get some green highlights in there. Zoom way in here. And get myself a smaller brush. And go do that, but yeah. Close. Close. There we go. Man, pull out these details. There we go. See? It'll all come together. I'm actually pushing these highlights a little heavier down on this side of it. Get that weird lighting. There's going to be some weird lighting above and below it. So push that a little further on this side so that I can go up here and do strange things on this beak right here. Actually going to push him more toward this color. So yeah, give me some highlights. There's a button somewhere. Aha. Nice. We'll pick this right here. Go a touch bigger. Knock that out. Yep, this will be nice. So then I'm going to hit the top of all these. Hello?
All right, streamer, it's time to go.
All right. Just what I wanted to do.
Good.
Just exactly what I wanted to do.
Good, that's looking kind of evil.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah. Oh, you mean now?
I mean now.
Oh, fine. Fine.
So then we're just down here. Wife, stand there and breathe down your neck.
Fine. I'm done. What? Where's the button?
I don't know.
It says full. There we go. There's the wife.
Yay!
Oh wait, no, that doesn't work. There's the wife. We're done. We're out of here.
Yay!
Be done. Have fun.
Done.
Thanks for joining me. Those who did.